Hi there guys, this is Farmer Bob. Welcome back to my channel. Great to be back guys with a quick video this time around. Something that has been coming up now and then was how to put a tractor mod, like a vehicle mod, into your map permanently. So I'm going to do a quick video on that. I have done it in FS19, I remember that clearly. But just because the things are a little bit different in FS22, let's go for it in the same sense of how to do it. Good. So if it's your first time on my channel, a real warm welcome to you. And remember to like and subscribe. The subscribe is very good because it does help my channel grow. I do appreciate, guys. Also, a big thank you to my Patreon supporters. If you haven't jumped on there yet, please do consider just helping me out on Patreon. Always nice, doesn't matter what it is, just bless me with whatever is in your heart. Good stuff. Great, man. So let's grab a quick look here. We need a map, obviously. Backups, here we go. And I think for that I'll just use my test map. I've got a test map that I normally use for these things. Just quickly drop it in here. It's not a big map, it's just a copy of the, what is it, the Ellengrot map, or the Alpine map as they call it. Yeah, good. Alright, so first things first, we need a vehicle. Now you can add the in-game vehicles very easily, but I'll show you how to do that too. So let's have a quick browse at some vehicles. I think I've got some stuff up here, mods, in my mods folder. No, in here, in this one here, I think in mods 2 I've got a whole range of things. The class Grimmy Veritron, I think let's have a look at one of these, for instance. Where's the store? Let's have a look. I think this is one of those potato machines, if I'm correct. Yes, let's use this one and put this one into the map. This is fine. So first of all, when you download any mod, they'll always come in zip format. Now that's the very first thing you want to get rid of, is the zip format. So I'm just going to copy this this mod, Control C, and just drop it into a spot somewhere. I'm just going to use my desktop, and I think I've got a temp folder here, so I'll drop it in here for now. I see I've got a few extra stuff in here that I can get rid of just in the meantime. There you go. So there it is. So when you download it, it will look like that. Now normally you'll just drop that in your mods folder and use it in game, but if you want to put it in your map permanently, there's two ways to do it. The one is leave it in mod form, but then it makes your map dependent on that mod, and every time you start your map, if you don't have this mod in there, it will warn you and it will want to download it if it's not in your mods folder. So it's a drag of doing it that way. I'm going to show you the better way. Just build it into your map permanently. If you want it permanently in your game, leave it in your mods folder as a mod, then it will be available to all mods, or all maps. But in this case, we want to add it to our map. So I'm going to right click it, and then I'm going to just extract the whole thing to a folder and just have the mod as a folder, because that's what you want in your map. So now that folder, I'm going to cut it, Control X, going to go into my map and drop it into my map. So here's my map, test map, and I'm going to drop it anywhere in the map. It doesn't matter. You can put it into any folder. I'm just going to put it as, let's make a folder called mods, like that, and just put it in there. So the main thing about this is you need to remember the directory structure always is very important. So everything we do from now on will have this directory structure in mind, Alright, so first things first, let's have a quick browse. Now normally I will suggest, before you put anything into your map, especially a mod, make sure the mod does not have errors. Alright, so that is something you definitely need to consider. How to do that is very simple. You just go to your map stuff folder. If you don't have a map stuff folder, if you're onto map making, do get yourself one. And then just grab the test runner. I think I'm on an earlier version. I think there is a newer version, but for this it doesn't matter, it's an old mod. So I'm just going to grab this whole folder of it and just drop it onto the test runner. Now if a mod has problems, you will quickly see it here. If you have problems in the test runner, do not put a mod into your map, because it's going to give that same problem in your as an error into your map from there on, you know. So here we go. Version 8089. Okay, the test run, that's just a test run because I'm using the old one. It says that the Moddesc is old. That's alright, I can live with that. And here you can now immediately see there is some problems with shaders, which is not that big a deal, and there is some problems with the size of some of the decals, and the tracks have got a bit of a, oh, it's an unused file, sorry, not so it's just unused files in the mod, so that's nothing to worry about. There's not a problem with the mod, it will work fine. But the problem is those errors are going to pop up in my map from there on now, you know. So that's something you need to consider and always remember. So we have tested the mod, it's fine. If you found problems there, you can fix it obviously and put a working mod into your map with no errors. Alright, so that will always be my first order of suggestion. Then, as always, before you tamper on anything in your map, just make a backup before you do anything on your map. Grab your map folder and drop it somewhere else, make a copy of it, and then you have a working backup of your map. Alright, so always just get those things out of the way. First things first then, find the Moddesc of the mod, because that's the very important thing. This Moddesc file sets the mod up for the game. So whatever is in this Moddesc, we need to mimic that into our map now, because remember, we're taking this mod and we're putting it into our map, which is test map, and our test map becomes the mod. So whatever is specified in here, we need to put in our test map, in our maps Moddesc. Alright, so that the maps Moddesc can do what this Moddesc would have done for the mod. And it will be different for every mod has got different things. There might be scripts running, there might be stuff that there might be L10N things, name translations and stuff. So whatever is in here, we need to check it out. So open this up. The names and the store data and all that's not, or authors, and that's not important. So there's only the store item. So you can navigate onto where the description, icon, file, multiplayer. So in this case, there's absolutely nothing to put into your Moddesc of your map. If you have something here, whatever you have in here, besides store items, if there's anything like L10N stuff, you just copy that, but don't copy the Moddesc, just copy the lines for it and put it in your maps Moddesc. Like, okay, this is another map. Let me just close these things, because these things are going to make us confused. If we work on one thing at a time, it's better. So let's go to our maps Moddesc. You see here. So this is the end of the Moddesc file. So what you'll do is you'll create some space here before the end of it, and you put whatever stuff is in that Moddesc, you put in here on the last line of your or the empty space of your Moddesc section. Alright, so in here, not below this one, because if you put it below here, it will also not work. So remember to put it in there, very important. And don't put it inside any other section, because these are sections that start and the end of a section. You see, description, start and the end. So don't put it anywhere else, just put it in on its own here, as it is in the Moddesc file here. So whatever is in here, besides store items and descriptions and whatever stuff is there, put it in the Moddesc. That should be fine then. Alright, so we didn't do any changes to the Moddesc. I'll just leave it as is, so we're not going to save it. So we know this mod will work fine without any changes in the Moddesc. Alright, so now what we can do now, we need a line to enter into our map. Now in order to do that, we will take this whole why I've got two now open here. Alright, test map and then map Alpine, and let's go mods, and I'm going to just copy this quickly into my mods folder on its own, so that we can get the line to load that mod. Alright, so where is it now? Grimmy Veritron. Alright, so what we need to do now next is obviously open our Farming Simulator 22. I'm having some nice soup in the background, guys. We are at early winter here in South Africa. Well, early winter, it's actually the end of the end of autumn, as you call it. They call it fall in the Americas, you know. All right, so you start up any map. It's really not important which map it is. We just need the line in the save game. So we're going to just start the map, buy the equipment, and save the map, and then we'll work from there. So that is the process to follow. Great. There you go. Okay, all done and dusted. We should now be able to get into the map. Great. So now we're going to go, we first of all need some money. Obviously that thing is far more than 100,000 rand, or dollars rather. We work in rands here in South Africa. Crazy things. Anyways, that is a, I think it's a potato tick. I'm not too sure. Yeah. No, that's the platinum mod. Let's go back here to is it beat technology? Oh, why is it not here? Potato tech. It's supposed to be here. That's my platinum mod. Grammy Veritron's 470 platinum mod. Is that the right thing now? Let's have a quick browse. It's a Veritron 470. Let's just have a look where it is at, because in here in its XML under its store data it will tell us where to find it. It is going to be potato vehicles. It's the Grammy brand. It's the store variation 470 Veritron platinum. Yeah, it is the right thing. So for some reason, I think the guy who made this mod somehow got it out of the platinum version of the game. So it is definitely here. It says mod. So yeah. All right. So first things first. We just simple as just buy the vehicle. Doesn't matter. It doesn't care what setup you buy it in, with wheels or whatever. So we're just gonna buy it. Or have I already bought it? I don't know, but maybe I bought two now. And just to verify, we can go into our vehicles, which will be, I think it's here, Potato Tech. Yeah, we bought two of them. Good stuff. All right, doesn't matter. The most important thing is to just save the game then. And now we want to go to our vehicles XML, which just gonna quit this. Sorry, I'm frantically escaping my game and swapping screens like crazy. Good. Okay, so what we want to navigate to now is obviously our Farming Simulator 22, save game 1, and then find our vehicles.xml. We should now at the very bottom of it see our Grimmy whatever. Where is it? Grimmy Veritron 470. There should actually be two of them. But it doesn't matter. We only need the one. So just want to have a quick browse. We should have two of them. Let's just have a look. Yeah, Veritron 7. Yeah. So what you do now, you click on the first line where it says vehicle and the name of it. Click there, and then right at the bottom where the end of the vehicle is, attachment vehicle. That's it there. Click C up to there. You will see if you click on the first one, it makes it purple, that color, and then come down to the bottom. It must be to the end of that vehicle section. So this is the whole vehicle setup. So Control C to copy that. And now simple as pie, go into our mods folder, into our map, and then you find your maps vehicle.xml file. And this is my maps vehicle.xml. Navigate to the bottom of it, and here once again be very careful where you place it. Make yourself some space here between the last vehicle line. That's the actual vehicle section. So everything in between that is different vehicles. That's a vehicle, this is a vehicle, that's a vehicle. So be careful where you paste it. You don't want to paste it inside another vehicle. It needs to be on its own. So you click there on a blank space and Control and V, and just paste that whole section in there. Alright, now what you need to do is, hereby it says mod name. We want to remove the mod name. Alright, because it's not a mod anymore when you put it in your map. So remove the mod name, just delete that. And then the file name now has changed because it's not in our modder anymore. It is now in our mapder. So you're going to go mapder like that. And then a /, very important. Alright, and now we're going to get to that directory where we've pasted the vehicle. Okay, so that directory is map alpine mods, Grimmy Vectron, and you want to see the XML because this XML sets the vehicle up in the game. So when you see the XML, you're in the right directory. So here in the navigation bar here on top in Windows, you click there once, it will make it blue, but you don't want to copy the whole line. So you're going to find your map name. My map name is test map. Here's the mods directory. So from test map, whatever you have beyond test map, you want to copy. So everything after your map's name, don't copy the /, just from maps or whatever the directory tree you've got there. Select it all, Control C, come back here to the modder that you have and overwrite everything up to the last bit before the XML. So you see the /, so you want to overwrite everything there like that so that you have mapder and then maps, map alpine mods, and then FS22, the name of the mod, and then inside there you want to verify that Veritron 470 XML is the file of that sets it up. So it needs to find this file. Alright, otherwise you're going to get the error, the file is not found, you know. Now the next thing is double click on all the backslashes, because you cannot have backslashes in any of your XMLs. They all need to be /. So just change all of those like so. And now we're done in the XML. The next thing we want to do is just give this vehicle a store data. So we need store data from the same XML. I want to just see which one is this. Mods. Okay, so this is the one in my mod. I want to remove that, and we can now actually from the mods file, sorry, I'm jumping back a little bit, just want to delete that one from the mods file now, because you don't want it in the mods file as well as in your map. It doesn't really matter, but in case there is a problem, you know, so just to have it like that, remove it. So the one in your map is the only one, you know, that type of thing. I'm sure it won't be a problem if you have that same mod in your map, because the Moddesc will load another XML, you know, so it doesn't really matter for that mod. But for your map, we don't use the Moddesc anymore. We work the correct XML for it. Great. Okay, so back to test map, maps, map alpine, mods, and then the Grimmy Vectron. And this XML we want to open, because there's some stuff we need to do here too. And then I said we want to do a add a store data for it. Now to add a store data, you want to open your maps Moddesc. Remember, we're adding this vehicle to our map. So now to get a store data, we want to go to the in-game maps or into any other map that you have, but just go in-game, it's the safest. Data, maps, and then select any map, map FR, find the store items XML. There it is. Alright, so now all you do is copy the first line that says store items. That's the open line of the store items. So you copy that one with the first line of it, because we just want that piece. Copy that. Go now to your maps Moddesc. So just make sure it's test map, and that's my Moddesc. You copy that in here, where it's blank again, like I said earlier on. And then take this line, the store item start, Control C, copy that, drop it below that, like that, and then in here just after the smaller as, just put a / like that. Alright, and then you've got a start and an end for the store items. Alright, now the next thing is we need to take this line and change the XML data here to the one that we've got here in our, so we can close that store items now from that. So we want to put the one in our vehicles XML. So in here once again, so go back to your vehicles XML, take this whole section after your map there. Remember this map there, so this, I've got a mistake here, there must be map there $, like that. So it's $, map there $, and then / and then the maps. Alright, so everything from after that first slash, we want to copy up to the very end of the XML, even the .xml. So you just copy that, into your Moddesc and override everything, including that dollar, because in the store item section we don't use the dollar for your map directory. So there you go. So it's just maps, map outline. So now the store items will pick up that this vehicle is this one here, and it will load the store data from this one here. Alright, so here's the store data, see? So it will find the Grimmy and it will load the potato vehicle for you into your store item so you can buy it in game. Alright, and here we go, this Moddesc we are done with. I'm just going to save it, leave it open for in case we need to come back. And then vehicles we are done with, I want to save that. Now lastly guys, because we've taken this mod now out of its own home directory or out of its own little comfy environment, we need to run through the vehicles XML and change all the directories to suit where its new home is, because now remember the mod has no directory. If you open the mod, for instance, test map Alpine, this is our in-game stuff. Just want to go back here, I can close that. Map Alpine, if you think of it, mods, this was the old mod. Now if you open the old zip file, what you will find is this. If you open the zip file, now everything in here is in a root directory structure. So if you open the i3D here, for instance, you will find that everything in the i3D there is loaded out of the root structure of this zip file. Alright, so we need to change the way this thing thinks, because the Moddesc was looking for the XML and the XML is looking for the i3D. Alright, so now we need to tell this XML that the i3D directory has changed, because it's not where it used to be anymore. It's now actually got the directory structure to lead to the i3D. Alright, so what you will do is to open this XML, and here it is. Just make sure it's the right one. Mods, map Alpine, mods. That's test map. Yeah, it's the one on my map. That's good. And you'll find that in the base, you will find there is a line towards, well, mind you, you're going to start on top, because you're going to first find the icon for it, the image. The image now also needs this directory structure that we have here in the Moddesc file. So if you open here once again, grab this whole line up to the last slash, just there. Alright, Control C, copy that. We don't want the name of the XML, because we're not working with the XML now, we're working inside the XML, and the XML is pointing to various things in that directory. So we're going to just Control V here, tell it that the image for it, which the image is named store underscore Veritron for 70, but that image is now located in our map, and it's maps, map Alpine mods, and then that directory. So you can verify now maps, map Alpine mods, that, and then find the store data for it. It is store Veritron for 70 DDS. There it is. Store Veritron for 70.png. Don't worry about the PNG. Don't change it. The game works with PNG names, but it translates it as a DDS file. So the actual file is a DDS file, because the game works with DDS files and PNGs, but all the XMLs normally refer to the DDS files as PNG files. So don't change that, just leave it as PNG. Good, so that's the one thing we want to add there. And then just scroll down. You need to go through every little section, and wherever, for instance, sounds, you're going to have to find that too. Alright, so here we go. But first is the file name, the i3D, the actual i3D of the mod. So we need to add that in there to make sure that the mod is there. And now check for sounds. Is this sounds in the data folder? I doubt it. I think it's part of the mod. So have a look. Yes, it's there. And now the same draw for that. It's the directory has changed for it. So just put here in front, Control V, have that same directory structure. You see, so it can find the sounds for it. And just run through every little line to see what has changed and what hasn't changed. The dollar data stuff you can leave, because that is stuff that is referred to the in-game stuff. But here we go, crawlers. Here you can see another thing. The crawler is now under crawler Veritron tracks. So back into the folder, there's the crawler folder, and we need to point it in the right direction here. Control V and Control V for both those directories, so that it will find it in the right spot. rim color, material 18, shade white. I don't think this is something that's part of the mod. Let's just have a look. Shade white, is there something in here that is called shade white? I don't think so. Does it look like it? It's all V's. So like I say, I don't think that's part of anything. Colors, I'm sure these are all alright. You'll get some errors anyway with file not found. Dynamically loaded parts, these are all in-game stuff, so all the $datas, like I said, you don't have to worry about. States, right, this is all part of the XML. There's some more directories, nothing there. Nothing there. Just very carefully go through things and don't put things where it shouldn't be, because otherwise you'll definitely get problems. Less is more, I always say. You can always come back and figure out another thing on an error if you get an error. I don't see anything else. There's normally sometimes, let me just have a look here. Animations, I don't see anything else there. Don't think there's anything there. It's quite an intense mod that I've grabbed here. Yeah, excellent. Great. I don't see any directors work here. I don't think there's anything else here that needs to be done. Full units, that's just setup. Full volumes, that's setup. That's all setups. So like I say, you just go through the whole XML and take your time. Don't be in a hurry to fix it or finish it. Just go slowly, browse. And once you get to the R3 mappings, everything should be done and dusted. Man, oh man, I've taken an intense mod. Save and test, guys. Alright, now just to verify, we've got our vehicles all done. That was the save game. We can close that. Our vehicles XML, we've added that in there. Oh, another thing, guys, very important, I almost forgot. You need to add the default farm property value to it, because otherwise it will not be there. It will actually be there always, you know. So find the line once again for that item. Let me just see. Mods test map. It is the vehicles XML. That's correct. I normally find the farm ID, and just before or after that, I just paste the default property, and do make sure you have a space before and after that, because otherwise you might have problems. And the default property value is true, always true, because what happens if you start, for instance, if you don't have this value here, and say now you start a game in the what is that other modes, the start from scratch mode, then that vehicle will keep on loading into, if the vehicle was bought in the sense to farm ID 1. Alright, so it's allocated to farm ID 1 now in the vehicle XML. And oh, that's another thing also, we need to place this in our map somewhere, but I'll get to that now. So if you load it, if it's true, then what happens is if you load the other versions of the game, like for instance the start from scratch, if you don't have this in there, it will keep on appearing there anyways. So if you put default farm property true, it will only appear in the new farmer mode. I hope you understand that, what I'm trying to say. Good. Alright, so let's just quickly have a look. This should now appear somewhere in the field, because now obviously I need to start this map, and now there's coordinates to that vehicle, you know, so it's going to be landing somewhere in the field. Going to delete this save game to start a new one, and this time around let's start with the actual map. It's called where is it? Why don't I see it here? Test map, the very last one. And now we should actually now be able to see when we start it up. Let me just start the map quick. We should now actually see this mod in our map. So let us have a look. Hopefully it's there. Otherwise we'll get some errors. Oh, there you got line number 196. I've got a problem in my XML, and that is why I think the map is not going to load. Normally when it takes this long, it takes this time, and it normally stops by 85. If it hangs here by 85, you know, oh, the map is gonna not work. So all you do is hit another tilde and type exit, and all should be fine. So what it's telling me is I've got a problem here in my XML. What mistake is here? Oh yes, there is a mistake, because if I click on vehicle, it should make it purple, and I should go to the end. Oh my word! You see what happens, guys? Very easily to confuse it. I've got a typo there. I didn't copy the whole thing. So make sure you copy the whole thing, guys. So all I'm going to do is Control C, bring this down, and just put it here. Control V, just like that. And now, I think, if I'm correct, I should have another end cap there. Like so. So if I click here now, there you go. Simple mistake, guys, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing that it happens, because then we can all live and learn together. So there it is, saved now. Alright, so now we can try this again. Oh my word, sorry guys. I wonder if it's going to start the game now. I want to actually start if it's 22, not 19. I've been doing some testing on some stuff on 19 the past few days, so that's why it's in my list then. Yeah, typos happen. Alright, once again, let's just find it. I think it was the very last one. Store deliveries, yeah, I think that, I can't remember what I all loaded here. Just want to make sure that's not stuff I don't need. Oh, there is some problems. Okay, we're gonna have to have a look at that. Confirm. If I now go to my vehicles, let's just go to where's my vehicles now? Oh, sorry, it's in P. Why am I looking there for it? Potato technology. There it is. Show on map. It's supposed to be lying here somewhere. I just don't know where it spawned it, because I don't know where it has spawned it, because if I can select it, I can just reset it, you know, to my farm. But anyways, I don't see it now. Maybe it's hiding somewhere under an icon or something. I don't see it. It's the one thing I couldn't figure out yet, is why they don't have, because if you go in here, they've got the option here to select it like that, show on map and sell. But now the problem is I don't see it. It's crazy stuff. So okay, I suppose if I sell this, sell it, okay, and then just rebuy it. Let's just rebuy it. Where is my you see I'm rolling up. There it is. Potatoes, there it is. Test map mod details. And now it won't show the crawlers, because we have some crawler problems, but I just want to buy it and put it in the right spot. Okay, so now we should have it at the shop. So now the shop for this map is here. There it is. Okay, so what I can do is find a spot where I want to park this thing. So you must always, when you buy it, climb in it that first time around. Open your map, climb in it the first time, and park it where you want it to appear every time in your map. Alright, so now I can go back and select it and reset it. Okay, and it will appear here. Good. Alright, now we can save game. Sorry guys, I should have done this the first time around. I've done it the wrong way around, if you catch my drift. Okay, here we go. So now we can also look at that error for the tracks, because there's definitely some problems. Oh, wait a second. Vehicles. What is this? This actually should, I think this is going to cause a problem if you have this directory in there, because if you want to give your map to someone else, this is definitely going to be the wrong way around. So that directory we need to have a look at. You can't have the whole thing in there. So you will definitely want to see if you can make this like so. You see, this is definitely the wrong. So we need to copy that directory up there as well in there. It's going to be part of our problems, you know, that we have been experiencing. Sorry, I need this one here. Right to the top, and then grab this directory structure here. Control C, and then go down to the vehicles XML. Is this my test map? Yeah, that is the right vehicles XML. To the bottom. And now we're going to overwrite this up to there. Control V. So we have maps, map Alpine, mods, Grimmy Vectron up to the XML. Alright. Action controller. So that is also something that we missed out on. As Vectron controller. But we had a problem with the crawler tracks. So I just want to have a quick browse at that error. But let's first just fix now, obviously, the pasting of the vehicle, because that is going to be done in our save game once again under vehicles XML. Just want to grab that positioning, because the positioning is very important. It's going to position it in the right spot. Where is the positioning for this thing? Oh my word. I think the best will be to modder test map. I think the best thing will be to grab this whole thingamabob now, because it's got different positionings and stuff now for the whole thing, and you'll see these other things. So it might be worthwhile to just grab everything in here, maybe from component, from ID1 property. Now I'm just going to grab everything there. Oh, the ID is also another thing that might be a problem, because yeah, let me just grab it, the whole thing. So it is up to that vehicle, and this time around just make sure we've got the whole thing. Control C, and then back into our vehicle, which will be the very bottom one, Grimmy Vectron. So I will have to redo that piece there. Control V, just like that. I'm going to leave it like this, because you can have modder. I prefer mapter. It's so much better, because if you change your map's name, you're gonna run into a problem. So it's mapter $/ and then it's going to be just the maps, map Alpine. Right, so that sounds much better to me. ID 26, the previous vehicle should be ID 25 then, but I think I've removed all the IDs from this XML anyway, so that should be alright. But you do want the default farm property value. Control C that, farm ID, just like that. Good, and then just verify this last one. You see, it does put it in there. I don't. Action controller. I don't like that story there. So make sure I've got everything right here. Control C. Up to there, like so. Alright, so let's have a look at that error quick. So in order to do the error, we want to go into our mods folder, where the mods is in your documents folder. Grab the log and then Control F and just type in error like so, and we'll get there. Okay, that's just stuff. That's just stuff. Find next. Here we go. Okay, it says either i3D D backups, there's crawler variation tracks could not be found. So there is still a reference to the crawl Veritron tracks. So we have to find that. So that is either in the XML or in the i3D. So what we'll do is we'll copy this back to the XML. Sorry, could have just gone now. Just want to make sure that I have all this stuff closed up that I don't use. The save game one we're done with. The Veritron. Okay, so let's have a look here. Control F and then V. Find anything like that. So we don't have anything like that in the XML. So in vehicles, nothing in there. So then what is the story? Veritron tracks. So wheel configuration, rim color hubs. Oh, here we go. Veritron tracks.xml. Ah, you see the problem now, guys, or the issue is, again, we are loading two XML. So we need to now navigate to this XMLs and fix the i3D directory inside of those, because we've done this one, we've done this XML, and we fixed the i3D for it. So yeah, that is what we need to do. Control C. So all we need to do is go into our mod, which is now in our map folder. Find that XML. There's two of them it's calling. Which ones is it? Just get back down there to that. It's FS20 Grimmy Veritron 470 crawler. It's under crawler. So there's two XMLs here in the crawler that we have to fix. Why is it's just one XML. It's just calling that same XML twice. Why? Oh, okay, it's different wheel indexes. Okay, cool. So just open this up and there you go. You see there that directory also needs to be rerouted to go to maps, map alpine mods, FS22 crawler Veritron tracks. Okay, now we should be fine for that error. And let's just go back to the log, because it wasn't the only thing. Sounds. Okay, so there's a sound loop.gls also in there. So just verify that XML. Where's the sound? So somewhere we're missing a sound loop, guys. I don't see any sound in this one. So it must be in this XML then. Mind you, let's just copy that name and search for it. Loop. Copy that. Back into this here. Control F, search for that for us, please. There's no sound loop here. So where do you get the sound from then? I'm sure I saw sound somewhere. We did change sound data somewhere. Sound. Template is wiper. I don't think the log says anything about test map sound. So it's definitely pulling that sound somewhere. Or maybe it's in the vehicles XML that we've not seen it here. It's possible that it is here, but let's have a quick browse. sound. I don't see any sound. Okay, so it can't be in there, then it must be in here. That's moving tools, moving parts. My word, guys, I've really done it this time, eh? Giving you a whole run for your money here. That's just visuals. I don't see anything for sound. It can't be in the store data, might be in the base. Okay, so what's going to happen then? There's a sounds file. Here we go, sounds. So in the sounds directory, there's another XML. Oh my word, guys. This thing doesn't stop to deliver. Problem after problem. Here we go. There's the XML as well we're looking for. So obviously, it's just a matter of finding, here we go, finding the directory and just rerouting. No, no, not that, not that. We want this directory up to there for 70. Control C. I'm just going to Control Z on this so we can just retry. Good. And then make sure there's a / between them. So it's map alpine mods F is 20 whatever sounds virtual loop. Alright, so that's where this motor sound is from. Okay, motor sound. So motor indoor cabin vehicle. That is alright. Data sounds, that's default stuff. Right, sounds. I think that's the whole lot, guys. Alright, so that was the sound sorted. Alright, so what's the next one? There's another error. Crawler, that's the track error again. Warning. Track error again. Track error again. Let's just go here back to error. Tracks, 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 tracks. It really warns us a lot about the tracks could not be found. Alright, so just make sure everything is saved. Let's just give it one more bash and see if we've got all the problems solved. So just to show you, there's like levels, and one XML calls another XML, and that XML calls for the R3D, and yeah, then you have errors upon errors. So be sure to just make sure on that. Okay, let's have a browse. Alright, let's have a quick browse. There's our thingamabobby with its tracks this time around. And what we can do is just with the page up, just run through and see if there's any other warnings that we've missed. I think we've covered all of them, but if there are, you can just follow them one at a time and figure it out. That's our map errors, nothing problems there with the mod or with the placeable. It's become a placeable now, not a mod anymore. You'll notice also, yeah, that's it. It was all of it. You'll notice also when you load your map now, it doesn't appear in the mods category there where you can select, because it's not a mod anymore, guys. So now you can move it about and play with it. So now it will be part of your vehicles in your map, and you can sell this now and obviously buy another one. But now every time from here on in, every time you load your map, this vehicle will appear here, because this is where you parked it when you bought it and saved the map. So my start of this video, I unfortunately did it in any map, which is the wrong way to go about it. open your map where you want to put it, and then buy the vehicle, put it in its place, save the map, extract that data then, and just remember to delete the vehicle then out of your mods folder, because you don't want two of them. Alright, and that is it, guys. Here it is. The vehicle is working, no errors on it, and it is now permanently in your map. And if you don't want it anymore, all you do is navigate to your vehicles.xml as well as your Moddesc. This log file is now obsolete, so in your vehicles XML, remove it from here, and then remove it also from the Moddesc there, from the store items. Alright, because otherwise this will give you an error if it's not there. Okay, well, you can remove it out of the vehicles, then it will just not be on your farm anymore. But if you leave this then in your map on the Moddesc and leave this here, it will be available for purchase in your map. So if you don't want to place the vehicle in your map somewhere, you can have it permanently in your map just for buying by this process, but just don't put it in your vehicles XML then. Skip this part, you know, where you load this vehicle in the vehicles XML. Because if you load this in here, it will appear in your map as a vehicle that's on the main farm. See, but if you don't put it in the vehicles XML, but do put it in the Moddesc, it will be available in the store because it's part of the store item. So then you can buy it anytime, whenever. It will just become a vehicle that's part of your map, you know, for anyone to buy who plays the map. So it will not be a mod that's loaded, it's an actual vehicle that is part of the map then. Alright, well guys, I hope it's been insightful, I hope it's been fun to me. I really enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.